I would like to welcome everybody this evening. I'm super excited. Glad to have every one of you present. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, John. Thank you, Gladys. Thank you, Jacia. Yeah, thank you, Peppo. Okay, thank you to everybody on this call. Okay, more people are joining in. So, um, we'll be starting. Basically, the whole essence of the whole training, like the flyer says, it's an online Excel training. So basically, what the main software we'll be looking at is Microsoft Excel. That's what we're going to be looking at today. Microsoft Excel. We have Google Sheets. We have Google Sheets. We have every other thing. But we're looking on Microsoft because I feel like Microsoft has a lot to offer than every other sheet presentation, every other sheet document, every other sheet software. So before I go on, I'd love to meet us. I know we did an introduction on the group chat yesterday night, but we can still introduce ourselves. I just want to know, okay, our names are clearly stated here, so you can just reintroduce yourself, your name and your location, and yeah, your name, location, and occupation probably. Yes. So I know everybody that is on the call and who we're working with. Yes. So would start instantly. I'll not be doing this alone. I have a friend on this call that will be taking a segment or a part of the training also. So when the time comes, I'll be introducing her to all of us. Yes, I'll be introducing her to all of us. So from the exercise we did yesterday, I noticed that a lot of us are not novice to Excel, Microsoft Excel. So I'll be sharing my screen. So this is what the interface looks like in Excel. So when you open up your Excel, you see there are templates. All right, I'll just be opening up a new sheet so we can see. So instantly, when you open up your Excel, you see templates. There are different templates for you to choose from. You can choose to see more templates, and you see all of your recent documentations you've worked on in Excel. So we just need a blank page, a new page, and this is the interface. I don't know, we don't have much beginners in the class here, but I would still be doing a general introduction on Excel. So this is what is known as your Excel workspace, your Excel spreadsheet. And your spreadsheet is made up of multiple sheets. It could be one, two, three, four to infinity. So it takes at least one sheet to have a spreadsheet. And we have rows. Rows are numbers, numbered one to infinity. If I want to go down, I can choose to click the shift, control and bottom arrow. So I clicked control and down arrow, and it's showing that we have over, this is like a million plus. Yeah, a million plus rows in every Excel sheet. If I want to go back to the top, I can just click control and my home key, and I okay, sorry, I guess I have to do it manually. If not, control and home supposed to take me back to cell one. So we have rows numbered one, two, three to we saw about a million. Then we have what is known as columns, and these columns are labeled with alphabets. So each cell or a cell is like a combination of rows and columns. So this cell now we are having F9. Here we have what is known as the name box or the name or the address bar name box. So this is where you see each address of every cell. So if you want to do a shortcut and quickly move to any cell, you can just type the address. Probably you want to go to arrow 12, and it takes our cells arrow 12. So in case probably you're using your phone and the screen is a little bit tiny for you to see, I know that Google Meet gives the option of you to zoom, so you can zoom in on your screen, you can zoom out. So you can just pinch and pinch out just in case the letters and everything they are too small for us to see. So we have different cells in this Excel sheet. And navigating through the bar, we have what is the tools bar. We have like your general Microsoft. If you're using Microsoft Word, Microsoft Presentation, you have all these different layouts at the top. Your home, insert layout, data review, and every other thing. So yes, that's basically it. So I'll be giving a little example. I don't know, when we did the little exercise on the group, a lot of people say they use Excel for data entry. Some people say they use it for analysis. A lot of us have used Excel before, so entering data would not be difficult for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter some names based on the names I'm seeing here on the call. If I don't enter your name, don't be angry. But let me start with my own name. Okay, I can see Effiong who again. I can see Blessing. I can see Favor. So let's just say I'm doing an attendance sheet for everybody that came for our free lesson today. Probably, yeah. I can see Good Luck. I hope I'm getting everybody's name. If I don't get your name, you can say it in the comment section. So here I have the names or the list of people that I'm seeing present on the call. So it looks like these names are going into column D and column E, but actually they are only in column D. So like this is D4 and you have my name, Delight Magnus. But if I click on E, it's showing nothing here. So this formula bar, this is known as formula bar, normally shows what is in each of the cells. So that's what the formula bar is. And let's say I want to extend this, I can simply click here and drag. And probably maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe the text is very long or very long. So I can just click here. Once this arrow changes, this is your normal arrow. So when I click here and it changes, I can double click and it extends it to the longest name, the length of the longest name. So that's it. So let's say maybe I have a sentence. Um, I'm brown skin. Let's say she's a brown skin girl. Let's say Gladys is a very tall girl, very tall girl. Okay, let's work with that. Let's say blessing is, what other attributes can I use to describe someone? What can we say blessing is? Um highly highly outspoken lady. Okay. So let's just use this for now. And let's say I can easily click here to extend to wherever. But let's say probably I don't want to extend the bar so much, but I want everything in these cells to show. I can simply select the area and go to what is known as wrap text. This the wrap text icon. So I can you can zoom in if you're not seeing it. Wrap text. Some places it depends on your system. It can be written as wrap text, but here it's just written as ABC. Then CC comes down. So when I click here, the text aligns. So I can simply click and press enter. Everything that is in the cell is showing properly rather. So let's say I want to do, I don't want to write this. Maybe I want to write a lot of details about the light Magnus. Initially in Excel, when you're writing and you press enter, it just automatically moves to the next cell. Let's say five, I'm 5 feet. And let's say also I want to say as I'm 5 feet, I weigh 75 kg, and 5 feet, weigh 75 kg. What else can I say about myself? Okay, black eyes. And you see that instead of the statements to stay in only my name, it keeps spreading down and spreading down, and it's looking like it's Gladys that is 75 kg, but we want it to stay only in myself. What you can easily do, so let's say, as you can see, Delight is 5 feet. It's now showing that Gladys is 75 kg. But all these attributes are attributing just to Delight. Okay. This network are attributing just to Delight, and I want everything to show in just Delight column. I can click here rather than pressing just enter. I press Alt, enter, and it goes down. And I can say black eyes, Alt, Alt, enter. I can say 75 kg, Alt, enter. I can say, I'm just use intelligent or chubby. Aha. So now you see that everything attributed to Delight stays in this column. So I can go down for Gladys, same thing. Probably she is 5.7 feet. Alt, enter. She has green eyes. Alt, enter. She's let's say she's slim. I don't know. Alt, enter, and yes. So you see that these um qualities attributed to Gladys are staying in her own cell rather than always shifting down, 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 downward. Seems my screen is off again. Okay. So so I don't waste much of your time. We've done that. Another way of entering data that's very interesting, that I find very interesting, is if I want all my data to be within a space. Okay, so we know that enter moves us down. In case you want to move left, you can use your tab key. Tab. Tab moves left, enter moves down. Okay, so let's say I want to highlight a range. Let's say we're having test scores, and I don't want to move beyond this level or beyond this range. Let's say this for mathematics, this for English, this for chemistry, this for biology. I want to give a range of scores to these persons. I want to give a range of scores to this person. Let's say, and I don't want to move beyond this box. Let's say everything is over 100. So Delight gets 70 in maths. In English, she gets 40. So we're highlighting now, we're using the tab key to move. 40. In chemistry, she gets 50. In biology, she gets 70. So I press the tab and you notice it comes down to Gladys rather than continuously moving left. So we're just going to give everybody a range of scores. We're just going to give everybody a range of scores. And let's say we're scoring this. Over 100. Over 100. Okay. Before we do that, let me introduce you to a few formulas so that Jacia can take over soon. Okay, I'll just introduce us to a few formulas. So this is where your formula comes from. Okay. So let's do an average score. Maybe we want to know the average scores. We want to know the maximum score. We want to know the minimum score. So for average, we can just put equals to and spell out average. The formula will come up, or we can simply just click on this function key and type the formula we want and search. Average comes up. Okay, sorry. So we have to pick a range of cells, and I pick this range and I press OK or enter, and it will give me instant the average of all these scores. So to replicate this formula everywhere, I can just simply go here. Once the average change, I choose to drag. I can either drag or I simply copy and paste. Let's say I don't want to drag, I want to copy and paste. I can copy, Control C, Control V, copy and paste. Yes, and that's easy. So I want to get the maximum score. Same thing, equals max. Who scored the highest? And what was the highest? Then the range of numbers. And we see that 70 was the highest. Delight, wow. So we do that throughout for each course and the minimum score. So in conclusion, um, I don't know. I hope I'm not too fast and we can actually see what's happening. So in conclusion, the easiest way to get your formulas is just to type equals to and type a function, any formula you know, average, minimum, or you can simply go to the function bar and search whatever formula you need. So at this point in time, I'll be handing over to our second tutor, um, Jacia Ebubechi. Welcome.
Okay, so basically, I'll be taking data entry. Data
Hmm?
entry, very
Yeah,
simple
system,
concept,
my
and
mind.
if you follow it, you enjoy the session. So when July was starting, she made a comment. The beginners here, and she made use of Google Sheets right now. And I don't know how you learn a more efficient way to do that. Um, show you guys how you can download your data. So Google Sheets, how you can query your data. If you've had that word query before, it's not a big deal. And every other thing. So let's get started. And at any interval, you guys cannot hear me. I hope you all can see my screen for now. Points, don't hesitate to let me know. And if you can see my screen. So, what's data entry? What's data entry? Arranging your data. Data is life. Data is everything, not the whole internet data and the rest. Data, information is life. So whether you are here, your personality, so any other thing, to benefit this question. Why is she using Google spreadsheet? Why is she not using Excel spreadsheet? They are similar, quite similar. The only difference is um you don't get to use your data. So, number one thing, I'll be watching this session. I'll be watching it. I actually wanted to also in this session teach you guys spreadsheet. But I don't know if there'll be time for that because I'm not promising you guys I'm too fast in typing, but let's see how this goes. So let me just can drop down and the rest. Let's say you own a restaurant and you decide that okay, please you guys should let me know when we leave this call. Okay, let's say you have this restaurant and you decide that okay, you know what's going to happen. I want to have a data directory. And you can use Google spreadsheet. Can you just indicate um in the message if you know you can't use if all right. So if you cannot use Google spreadsheet and you've indicated, it's fine. Google spreadsheet is just a Google app. You can find it somewhere around here. If you should click here, okay, not here. But if you just open your Google Chrome, you're going to see let me say by your on your right. And once you click it, it's going to show you the whole Google apps from Google Forms to Google Docs. So if you don't know how to use this, we're going to talk about it on the community. After this call, you can actually go ahead and paste whatever you don't understand on the community. I'll get to discuss it and the rest because if I keep talking about it, I will get out of time. So this is the number one thing you can do. You can just do a basic formatting as basic as this. Just highlight the area you want to work with and format it. If you just want to make it more colorful, you can just go ahead and maybe fill this space up with a color. I love blue, so I'm going to fill it up with blue. So now that I've filled it up with blue, please pay attention. What else am I going to do? I can just come, okay, and decide to make the whole stuff more colorful. Maybe I may want to do something here, so I can just highlight here, merge this place, and fill it up with white. I'm just trying to, should I say, beautify this um entry space. So at the end of the day, you can actually use it and you'll be happy using it. Formatting makes a spreadsheet beautiful. So that's one thing you can actually go ahead to learn. So once I've done this here, I can actually come here and click my caps lock, and I can decide, okay, I can put my serial number here. Sorry, maybe you can't see this. I'll put title here. I'll put customer name because we are talking about a bakery directory. Hmm, Customer name, put email. Let me say you want to um, go ahead and just hold your control button or command button and unfill this particular space. Why you're doing this is just a kind of basic formatting what you just need to nothing you may just want to do on your Excel sheet. So right now we now have this bar, we have the title, let me say title in the sense Mr. Mrs. Miss, we have the customer name, we have the email. Okay, that's not all. On the right hand side, you can decide to fill it up with the phone number. Okay, if this customer is not reachable by email, it should be reachable by phone number. Fill it up with the date, address, then order. I'm not doing something. And now that you've gotten to this stage, oh, I made a mistake here. How can you actually go ahead to make all this look more beautiful? Number one, you can come and highlight this particular space, go on your view option to remove the grid lines. So once you remove the grid lines, your Excel interface look completely like this. I don't know if you all are following. If you guys are following, one person can just unmute and tell me that you guys are following. I can make sure I'm still on Discord. Okay, I don't know if I'm trying to meet all the time. So once you've done this, I don't know how you want to customize it. I don't know the nature of your job. Maybe at the end of the day, you are getting a different job from being a bakery inventory planner or inventory. I think I would prefer to call it directory. So I can just bakery, which bakery? I like this. So um, let me just use delightful since the bakery direct. The beautiful thing about this is that you don't have to do too much. Once you've come here and you've actually created the link, entered your click, it's saved automatically on your drive. You will not lose this document. You will not get to find it. Or that Excel spreadsheet that maybe at the end of the day you lose your computer. Your computer gets all these funny viruses and you have to format it. You want to sell your computer and you lose all these files if they are not backed up. But this you're not going to lose it. It's automatically saved on your drive. So now that we've gotten to this extent, how do we actually make? Oh, I think rather than doing this, I better do this. Okay. All right. So I think let me see SN here. Try to customer name. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Instead of filling, just fill the text. So if you want to fill your text, you can just come here. Yeah, I think this is better. So you can actually get the space to maybe fill this. So when it comes to customer name, you have a bar. This is what I'm supposed to do. Sorry, but maybe because I was rushing and I had to do other stuff other than this. So if you are still following me up to this extent, you will see that for your SN, you have this for your customer name, you have the next bar where you can fill it up. Okay, so now that we are here, so now that we are here, how do we actually make all this stress? That is where you have to come to your data. When you come to your data, you come down to data validation. When you come down to data validation, you add a rule. I don't know if you guys can understand me at this point because this was actually my fear. It's so simple. It's so simple and straight to the point. You want to, the reason we are going to do this is you want to actually make this more efficient. You actually want to make this more efficient. So you don't have to stress yourself. You don't have to actually overdo stuff. So how do you do it? You validate each column, you validate each row that you want to work with. So for example, let me give you an example. For the title, we can just come to here, our data option, go down to data validation, then add a rule. Which rule are we adding? Basically, it should be a drop down. There are other rules. Of course, if you click this drop down, you're going to see test contained. You're going to see test also contained. You go ahead, you see date is before. All of these are the different ways you can actually validate your data. So it's practically telling your data to obey my command. If you don't see this command, I don't expect you to obey. If you see this command, then I expect you to obey. So that's just the whole concept. So in the title, you can just come and choose a drop down. A drop down. Why? Because we have so many options. So in the option one, you can just go ahead and make it Mr. Option two, go ahead and make it Miss. Then add another item. You can click add another item. As much as the drop down, if let me say it's not just the title, let me say you're adding another stuff and you feel like the drop down option, data validation option is the best way. You can add as much item as you can. So the next thing you're going to add is the misses. Then we can come and click the advanced option. What are the advanced options? Reject input. Any other input that's not this. In fact, we don't take input here. It's practically the drop down you're going to work with. Yes, so you can actually use arrow instead of chip. You can use chip, you can use arrow, you can just use normal plain text. If you use chip, you will have this here. If you use arrow, you just have normal arrow. Then if you click done. So now that we've clicked done, what's up? We can come here, title. I don't know if you guys can see the screen. Miss. So if you are taking order, let me say you are taking order for score. You don't have to overstress yourself. You can just come here. If it's let me say the person that you want to take this order is Mr. Godwin, you can just click and on the customer name you indicate it as Godwin. It's as simple as that. Yeah, you can come here and indicate that this is number one order you are taking for today. If at the end of this session we still have the time to automate all of this in the script, you will see an option where you can save. Once you are done doing this, you can create another sheet, and if you save this here, it will practically go to that sheet. So you will have the space to enter another one. So for the SN, if you enter number one and when you're done, you save it, you can actually go ahead to enter another one. So that's the whole concept. Okay, now that we've done this, let me clean this out. What else are we going to do? Email. We are going to automate our email. I think I've chosen that option. We are going to automate our email too. Can you guys still hear me? So if you can still hear me, you're going to come to your data option, go to your data validation, and add another rule for the range, which is sheet 3 and C12. Of course, you're seeing C here, that simple. So this time around, we are not going to use drop down. Follow me closely. We are not going to use drop down. We are going to come here and use another validation option, which is text is a valid email. Meaning, if this text is not a valid email for any fill a form and you didn't want to fill your email, maybe you felt like is it actually directing you back. This is not an email. The values is an email. So that is not actually basically this is not going to give you a how you enter your email and it will confirm that is a valid email. I don't know if you guys can understand. So it's actually a drop down option that may actually end up giving you a drop down, but this will not give you a drop down. So next here.
Um,
Okay, let me say I'm going to what am I doing? Am I still connected? So I'm going to close this bar so I can actually fill up this space here with the original color, which is this, and just highlight this and do this. Yeah, it's this capital letter and the other is small letter. I think I'll just rush him to cover up. So now we have the date. The next thing we are actually going to do is the date, then followed by the order for the data entry. Then I can actually go ahead and create another sheet. I give you an instance of how you can download your data directly. So for phone number, you don't have any business with that. It is individual. Anybody can come up with any phone number. You can actually go ahead and automate it in the sense that their country code comes first. But if you feel like that's not relevant, you can just move straight up to the date. Okay, for this directory, you're practically taking orders for just today. Maybe you've actually planned your shop, maybe you're working somewhere that's already planned that, okay, everything you are doing for us, we want our data organized. So you take the whole orders, you're going to record data for orders per day. So once you come in, so you can go here, come to your data, and validation. We are going to add another rule. This rule is for this. So what are we doing? We are basically not using a drop down. So what? We are going to come here and use date is. Date is before. Maybe you had a problem while you're recording your time and you don't have the strength to come and put date. You can just use date before and set that for. Assume you're just doing it for today. I'm going to use date is. And I am going to come and select reject input and click here. Of course, date is today. So now that I've clicked here, there's practically no drop down, but when you double as far as you can see automating this. So it yeah, if you not enter another date, that is F8 violates the data validation state on this cell. So come down to order. There are plenty stuff we sell. There are plenty stuff bakery. Of course, you should have other. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, and add another rule. Here we have bread, option 2 cake, option 3 pizza, option 4 fruit cafe, option 5 6 name it. Let me just say what other things they bake. They bake shawarma. No, let's just assume that they decide to sell. So now you are still going to come to advanced option and you choose reject input. Please, if it's not this one, don't select any other one. We don't have it. If you don't choose this option here, right, it is practically going to keep accepting inventory and integrating it with another spreadsheet in the other room in the kitchen so they can just pick from it and move. This is all you have to do. So, okay, let's modify this a little bit. Let's choose arrow instead of chip. Let's come here and change the color to blue. I like blue, so I'm going to change it to blue. So we see the difference between it and the other ones. So this is normally what may not take you same amount of time already. Okay. So we click done, right? So when we come to others, other we have this and okay, let's just start afresh. Number one, customer name, Mr. Godwin, email, my phone number, doesn't matter, my address, then my order, pizza. This is beautiful. Okay, because we chose blue color, you can automatically see the formatting. So we can actually go ahead because we have blue already. We can actually change this color to red. Let me be fast about it. Let me just see this. So if you select pizza, it gives you this color. You can go ahead and automate it in a way that if you select bread, it gives you. If you select cake, it gives you a particular color. If you select bread, it gives you a particular color. If you select fruit parfait, it gives you a particular color. These are that a restore. It is a very as you like. You can here is a script that was actually oh, I don't think you guys can. Can you see the script I'm sharing with you guys? No, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, you people are just seeing the sheet. Can you see the script? I just click on the script. Are you seeing any code? Okay, so let me stop sharing for now and reshare my screen. So I'm going to reshare my screen and I'm going to show you what an app script looks like. This is what an app script looks like. This particular code is very simple. Don't worry, you don't need to stress about it. If we actually going to have another session, I'm going to show you guys how you can run. So once you are able to write this code and integrate it to your Google Sheet, everything you do here automatically reflects in another sheet that you created. Okay, so what next? Maybe let me just wrap up with teaching you guys how to download Google from a directory. I still think my code is showing, so you guys should just hold on for now. Let me um do one last stuff before I hand over to Dila. Okay, I'm wrapping up. So let me stop sharing and reshare for the last time. So I'm going to reshare this. I want to teach you how you can import your data. Yeah, how you can import your data. How can you import data? This one we are saying is by just how about if data is hosted on a website? How about if the data you want to work on is yeah. So how do you actually import data? You are going to click your of course the light I told you that anything you want to do on Excel or Google Sheet, you are going any formula you want to use, you are going to practically click it here. And most of these formula are inbuilt, they are already here, so you don't have to stress. So once you click it, you're going to use the import data option. Of course, you've seen it here already. Once you see the import data option, you put your quotation mark. Already you have this link copied. You can come and paste it here, cover it up with a quotation mark and maybe a bracket. And click enter. Let's say this will work. Okay, it's loading. Okay, so it has worked. I don't know if you guys saw what I did. There's no network basically. I could have actually gotten this stuff from a quality site. I could have gone ahead to get it from global superstore site or the rest and come and paste the link here so you guys get to see it. But I cannot do it for now. So that you've been able to copy your data. Then please take a look. If I'm going down, my first row automatically start going down. In fact, some of them I cannot even see all of them. But I'm just trying to wash up so that you guys can learn one or two. So if I'm going down, my first row automatically goes down in here. If you pay attention, if I try editing anything, everything scatter. So how do I actually solve this problem? Let me try this for the last time. Okay, it's loading for the last time. So let me just do another stuff. It's still giving me this issue. Oh, let me create another sheet and actually go ahead and do this thing. Okay, so we have it back, right? It's back here. You cannot try to edit custos. So what are you going to do? Number one thing you're going to do is to click your command A or your control A. Okay, using Windows. Once you've done it, you can now click your control X.
I'm using normal Microsoft, and Jacia made use of a Google Sheet. They have the same functionality, but the only advantage of Google Sheet is that Google is makes a lot of their software free, and it's easier to navigate, and you can make use of it even on your phone. So if you're in transit, probably you don't want to use your system, you want to use a tab. Microsoft Excel also has a function so that you can also go mobile with it. So if you go to I'll just type it here, excel.net. Yeah, I think it should be excel.net. Let me verify. I'm coming. So we have the right. Okay, so the only thing with this website is that when you sign up, when you log in rather, or when you type it in your system, excel.net, you have to actually sign up into your Microsoft account. So if you don't have a previous Microsoft account, you have to create one to be able to use it online. So everybody's saying that we're moving towards the digital space, and everybody needs to be able to work on the go. So even Microsoft Excel has integrated a function so we can also work on the go. Or if you have a Microsoft 365 add-on on your system, that can also work for you. So I'll be going um, to the next thing. We're going to be using a little bit more complex formulas. Yes, a little bit more complex formulas. So we'll still make use of this our sheet. So I just want to make all these spaces are too much. So I'll go here, orientation, and I'll just put it as rotate upward. So we're going to be doing, let's make this our table look better. Let's see how we can get this to look better. Jessica taught us a lot of formatting. So let me just convert this to a table. Okay. So this is still our names. These are our grades in different subjects. So now we want to calculate our grades based on percentage. Based on percentage. Maybe you want to mark a scorecard. You're probably a teacher or something, and you want to mark a scorecard. You can easily just, we said our direct score is over 100, so you can put equals to this mathematics divided by 100. So this gives us percentage. So if you want to convert it to percentage, you can just easily highlight, go to home key, then you see this percentage. You can easily click there. I don't know if my screen is showing. Okay, I think my network is very terrible. Where is my location? You can just click the drop down and put percentage, and this makes it a percentage grade for you. So if it's points, whatever, so you see that makes it a percentage grade. So this is still mathematics. You can say mathematics. I can just use a percentage sign. Mathematics percentage. So we can just easily highlight all this, bring it back down, and we see our table is extending. We can do that till up until biology. So let's say out of this data, I want to know who are the top or my star students. We're going to make use of what we call a conditioning function. So it's in your home bar, tape your home bar. So you highlight these cells downward and you want to condition it. So maybe we're going to say we want a condition of anybody that is greater than 50. Let's say you scored above average. Okay, no, let's do below average. So we're saying we have greater than, we have less than, we have between, equals to. But what we want to condition right now is anybody that scored less than 50. So we're saying if you score less than 50, it bar is coming is going to come up. So we're going to say if you score less than, we're going to change this to 50, 50 percent. Let it show us red. Do you want red? Do you want yellow? Let's say let it show us red. So anybody that gets less than 50, we're going to get a red highlight on it. So let's do that for everything. So we know our students that are doing well and those that are not doing well in different subjects. So we go back again, highlight less than 50, 50. Please don't forget to put the percentage sign because we made use of our we're making use of percent and we're going to do red. So everybody that is highlighted red, they scored less than 50 in a particular subject. Yes. So they score less than 50 in a particular subject. And let's say maybe the school is letting people go, anybody that scores less than 50 in any subject. I know when I was in secondary school, if you score below average, they will flog you according to minus. Let's say somebody gets 50, well, now you get 2 over 100, and the grade or the mark line or the benchmark is 50. We'll now do 50 minus 20. 50 minus 20 is like 30. Divided by 10, they'll flog you 3 strokes of cane. But let's just say anybody that no matter what, they scored less than less than 50, we are going to fail them. So we are going to make use of what we call the if function. So we are going to put equals to. You can easily type if, it will come out, or you can just go and click on this fx key, function key, and search for if. You can search here. So if I search if, it's meant to give me if. So if I want us to see it very well. So the logical test. Sorry, let me move this. So if whatever is in this column, so let's start by checking for mass first. So if whatever is in this mass column is less than, sorry, you're still here rather. If whatever is in this column, let's go back. Whatever is in this column, where mathematics is less than 50%. If it's less than 50%, okay, this is a greater than, sorry. So less than sign. If it's less than 50%, if it's less than 50%, we are going to fail the person. Fail. This is what we want to come out. So we'll put it in an asterisk because since it's a formula, it only understands numbers. But seeing that fail is not a number, we have to put it in quotation mark. So it writes it. So you see, as we put the quotation, it's writing fail this way. This is what is going to show fail. But if it is false, so if it's less than 50 to show fail, but if it is greater than 50, we want it to show pass. Then we press OK. And we see automatically, because I made this whole thing a table, so it's doing everything automatically for me. But we don't really need this for here. This is minimum average. So we are saying that everybody now, this is from in relation to mathematics. Let me just rename the column mathematics text. You can say decision. Mathematics pass or fail, P or F. Okay, so mathematics pass or fail. So we can see that, okay, let's do something fancy so we can easily separate. This is your initial score. So let's color this different so we can differentiate the tables. This percentage score, let's color it something different also so we know our difference. Then so I will insert a column. So if I want to insert, I can simply left click and click on insert, and it will insert. Oh my god, sorry, I highlighted. Okay, yes, insert, and it will insert a complete row for me. So I can left click and insert. So I want to differentiate. I want here to be actual grades. Please, if I'm fast, let me know. Actual grades. So we can merge these cells so it covers everywhere. So you quickly highlight, left click, and um, merge cells format. The merge option is not showing. I wonder why. Okay. This is the easiest way to merge a cell. This icon is supposed to highlight. Let me try outside. Okay, as you can see, outside is working. You can easily merge the cells. I think probably because it's the table I highlighted already. But let's just say this is actual grade, this is percentage, and this is grade. So we're saying did this person pass or fail? We want to know. So we see that Delight passed mathematics, Gladys passed mathematics, and all these people passed mathematics. But someone failed maths, got a 32%. That's a fail. So easily we can get this formula everywhere by just highlighting, then dragging it. So we can get for all the subjects: maths, biology, chemistry, okay, it is maths, English rather, chemistry, biology. So this is easy for us to sort. So if probably you want to know who passed and who failed, we can still conditional or use conditional formatting to condition our text and say if equal to, we are highlighted twice. So if it's equal to fail, let's highlight red. Still so we condition again and say if equal to pass, highlight green. I don't know if we got that. If you didn't get it, don't worry. The replay will be available and you can look at it again. So this is just like a score sheet for students. So we're also going to do something again. Let's say maybe they failed. We're taking out, okay, everybody, okay, there are some people that didn't fail any subject. Let's say if somebody fails any subject, we are taking them out completely. So we are going to use or and if together. Or and if. So we're going to say if it's for one particular condition. So let's go back to where we used if. We use if here. Okay, here we use if here, and we said if the mathematics column was less than 50, fail. So if we're saying we want to go through all this, not only mathematics, we want all of them to appear in just one function. So you can easily click your escape key or center or enter, not to disrupt. So I'm going to say equals or. I hope it's not complex, but equals or. So the logic, if this percentage is less than 50%. Okay, so that I don't continue typing 50%, I'm going to show you something so we don't miss out on a lot. So I'm going to type 50% in a column, maybe outside here, I type 50%. So I'll just be highlighting that column so we don't confuse ourselves. So I will say or function equals or rather, or let me use the function key so we can actually see it well. So I say equals function back to function. I search for or. I go. Or it's not coming out. Go. I guess I just have to really do it manually. Oh, bracket. So the logical test is that if this is less than this, comma, or this 40 is less than this same 50 again, comma, or 50 is less than, comma, or 40 is less than 50%, close bracket. These are all the functions we're going to do. So we're going to go to the front and put if in front. If, and put a bracket. So if all these things now, that's your logical test. If this is less than 50, if mathematics is less than 50, if English, if chemistry, if biology is less than 50, comma, if that is true, that the person is going to be demoted. Let's use the word demoted. So remember your as quotation, demote, demote. Oh my god, comma. Then if it is false, let's say the person scored more than 50, we are going to promote that person. Promote. Don't forget to close your quotation, close your bracket, and enter. So you see what it does. But I'm surprised that some people failed some and we're still promoting them. Some people failed, but we are still promoting them. I think this is the wrong column. Some people failed and we are still promoting them. So what I'm going to do is that, like now you can see, this person is demoted. He failed some, but promote. But this person failed also. Favor failed, but we are promoting her. Why? Why are we promoting her? She failed a subject. This is because the formula has shifted and it's coming down. It's no longer highlighting this 50 that we wrote. So we want this 50 to be an absolute reference. They call it absolute reference. So we go back to our initial formula. And anywhere we see this is B3. Is it B3? This is referencing B3. Okay, yeah, this is not where we wrote it. This is backspace. So this is where we wrote our formula here. So anywhere we see referencing B4, we're going to come in front of B4 and press Control 4 from F4 rather on your keypad. So you can either press F4 or you can just simply put a dollar sign in front of it. So anywhere you see B4 in your formula, just put a dollar sign. So it references our 50% that we wrote here. So if you want a formula to reference a particular place, you put a dollar sign in front of it. So we're putting a dollar and we're pressing enter. And now we're going to highlight this and change all the formulas. And we see instantly that this person is being demoted. Okay, what's happening here? Okay, I missed one. Let's go back here. Okay, yes. So let's just use F4. So let's highlight again. This is beautiful. So we can see that anybody that failed any subject, we are instantly demoting the person. So that's what you use if function for. So you use if to tell Excel. So let's assume this spreadsheet is very long and you cannot easily sort out scores for everybody. But you want to know who we are demoting and who we are promoting. You can easily use your if function to get that done. So before I hand over to Jacia, I will just quickly go through the lookup, VLOOK rather, VLOOK function. VLOOK function. Oh my god. So I don't want to change this sheet. I want us to continue using this. Let's see. Okay, let's give these people serial numbers. Number one, number two, number three, number four, number five, number five. And let's say these are their serial numbers. So let me see if I can quickly add this to the table. So I go back to my home key, go back to insert rather. Okay, it's already a table. So I have to, okay, let me try another method. Okay, this is not, yes, I have to use, okay, let me see this. I want to make it part of the table. Okay, yes. So the table has come out. So I can backspace and select again everything I want to be part of the table. And I press table has headers, please. Okay. All right. So we have converted it back. So I want to add this and also make it part of the table. So you can just click here, left click. I will do it again so we know how I remove it from being a table. And I make a table. Okay. So if I want to bring it back to normal text, I left click the same highlight. Click on you, if you do your drop down, you see table, then convert back to range. It becomes normal range. It's no longer a table. Uh-huh. It looks like a table, oh, but Excel is not going to read it as a table. It's just going to read it as range of numbers and things that are written down. So you highlight, and we're going to make this a table again. So we're going to make use of VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP helps us in a list of all these magnificent things here to give us a direct answer or a direct yes, a direct indicator or a direct answer. Let's just see how it works. Let's say this is serial number and this is name. So for a serial number, for any serial number I put inside here, I want the person's name to appear. I'm going to use VLOOKUP. So I'll go to this place I want the name to appear. I press equals to VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP comes up. So what I want to look up, I want this place. This is what I want to look up, whatever is here, comma. Then my table array. So I have to highlight my full table and press comma. Then what do I want it to do? I want it to show me people's name. And the names are appearing in column two. Column two. So I'm going to put number two. If I want the name, let's say I want whoever name. Then I press enter. So now it's not showing me anything because there's no number here. So probably I type four. This is number four. Who is number four? Favor. So if um I type one, it's going to show me my name, Delight. So I'll go through it again. I'll just look at it again so we can actually see. So I'll put equals to. So let's go to function key and I'll type VLOOKUP here so that we can actually see exactly what is acting on VLOOKUP and I press go. So VLOOKUP. So we want it to look up this serial number here. And this serial number, we're looking it up from this table. So we go to the next column and say from this range of tables, from this table range. And when it looks it up, we want it to show us the person's name, or let's leave name. Let's say we want to show if the person was promoted or demoted. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's like row 15. 15. So do you want it to give you a logical answer? Um, so this is 15 and there's no need putting anything here. Okay, I'll give an example where we have to put something. So you press OK and you see it usually shows me that serial number one is being promoted. If I say serial number five is being promoted also, did I change this formula? that some people have been demoted. Okay, I cleaned that. I know what happened. Our reference cell, I removed the percentage. 50, 50%. All right. Yes. So serial number 5 is being demoted. Serial number. So maybe I want to verify who is this serial number 5. I can easily go back here. You know, here I wrote 15. I can put it 2 to show the column of names. So serial number 5 is good luck. And good luck is being demoted. So that's the way we can make use of if up VLOOK option, VLOOK options. Um, let's do something else with VLOOK. So VLOOK simply means vertical lookup. That's we're working with the vertical, we're working with our columns. Let's say we want to work with rows. We want to work with rows rather than columns. We can use H lookup. So let me look at H lookup equals function H lookup. Let's say you didn't put your data in this format that I used. So we can use H lookup. I don't know how let's see how we're going to do this. So we are looking at this is where we want to fill those still this place. And this is our table range. Yes. So now it's going to count this way. So let's say we want to know what delight is number. Okay, let's use blessing. Blessing is number 3. These are rid of them. So we start counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 5. Yeah, this should be 5. 5. I think I need to arrange this table, but let's just see 5. So it's looking up this. So this number 5 now is not horizontal. So we need to type in something else. So let me say I type English. So it's going to show me. Okay, now it's English promoted. Why? Shouldn't be so. Sorry, let me look at the formula again. H lookup here, range of tables, number 5. Okay, promoted. Okay, it's showing me the very last option. So let me give it an absolute, comma. I want the accurate match, true. 70, good. So I want the accurate match. So it's giving me what row number row number 5. That's it showing me what blessing is called in English. And she scored 70, as we can see here. She scored 70. That's accurate. Yeah. So that's I had to click on I had to insert my comma rather, and click on accurate match so that it gives me the exact score. So that's for number 5, counting from top to bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say we want to know who 6, 7. What good luck scored? Good luck is number 7, so we can easily go here and change the number to 7. And in English, she got what? 50. Let's verify. Okay, yes, English you got 50. So you can easily just copy and paste here. Let me copy column 8 and put here. So let's know if it's promoted or demoted. So serial number 7 was demoted. That's good luck. So that's it for lookup. So before I go, I'll just show us a fancy trick. I hope we don't have questions. Hope we don't have questions. Does anybody have questions before I go on? Let me check the chat. Okay, I'm coming. VLOOKUP is very important. Okay, I should come back again on HLOOKUP. Okay. The thing is just that VLOOKUP is saying vertical. So it's looking at is referring to um the options vertically. That's here. H lookup is saying horizontal, that's down. So it's referring to these options, these vertical options up. I say this horizontal options. So that's just the difference. V is for vertical, H is for horizontal. That's just the main difference between V lookup and H lookup. Yeah, that's just the most important thing you need to know. So right now you can see this my 50%, and it's not looking nice. Let's say I want to send this to my director or somebody to proofread, but I use this 50% to calculate a lot of things inside this Excel sheet. But I don't want this person to see this 50 that I wrote here because I want to present it marvelously well, or I want to hide all these things. There's a simple trick you can use for that so it doesn't scatter your Excel formula. We can highlight on the cell, go to, yeah, go to data rather. Yes, it should be data. Left click rather. When you left click, all right, thank you so much. When you left click, you go to format cells. As I want to hide this 50% now. I don't want anybody to see it. I can left click, go to format cells, and I can go to custom. When I get to custom, in this place here where I can type, I will just make use of three quotation marks, and press OK. No, 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 I don't want it to be like that. Okay. So left click, format cell, custom. Normally, three quotation is supposed to do the trick of hiding it for me. I don't know. No, it's wrong. Quotation. Okay. Okay, so you can see now it's not showing anything. But if you look at the formula bar shows that there's something here. But nobody can see it here rather. But let's say I also want to hide it from this formula bar so that nobody will even see it in the formula bar if I'm sharing this sheet to anybody. I can simply left click on it, go back to format cell, and I can click on protection and hide this cell. Don't lock, hide. We'll come back to lock cell. So I can hide this cell. So when I hide this cell now, it's still showing. So I have to go to review, protect sheet, and this pops up. So if you want to put a password, you can put a password, whatever password you want. But I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to press OK. So as I do this now, the number is not showing here. Like nobody can see anything. But it's there. Oh. So if I want it to show, I go back and I click on protect. I hope I did not remove this number or while typing this. Okay, let's go back. Sorry. This has to work. Protect password. Okay. Yes. So you can see the demotion is still there. Everything is still accurate. This 50 is still existing, but nobody can see it. Let's say I even want to be safer. So that even if they cannot see, they will not go and scatter it and maybe type anything. So let's unprotect so we can see it together. So I unprotect and I custom back. Let's see what is written. Left click, format cell, back to numbers, general. So that it shows me the original thing that was written there. So back to general. So this is your original. So I want to also lock this cell. Probably I don't want anybody to touch it. Or I want to lock all this my promotion and demotion and this pass and fail. I can simply highlight here, left click, format cell, go to protection and lock the cells. So when I lock that, I just go to protection again, check cells. So now, anytime I try to type anything here, it pops up this bar. So nobody can easily change my score. So the highest thing, maybe I want them to edit only the score. So they can come here and edit only. Maybe 50. Oh, wow, it locked everything. Okay, let me unlock first. So unprotect. Then I unlock here. Let me unlock here. Format, lock, unlock. So okay, I unlock here. So back to protection. So I can easily, anybody I send this to now can change everything. Yeah, yes, I increase this person's score to 80. Let me look for somebody that failed. Let me increase here to 80. And you can see it has changed. Pass, promoted. I reduce here to 30. But I can't touch any of these other cells. So in case maybe you want to share an Excel sheet and you don't want anybody to touch it, you don't want anybody to scatter it for you, you can also make use of protection, hide, unhide, all those kind of things. So they don't scatter your work that you've done. Okay, so is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything I'm missing? Okay, let's do something fancy for the very last thing. Sorry, I'm showing us a lot of things. Let's not be anxious for nothing. I'm showing us a lot of things. So let's say I want to separate these names into name and surname. Yeah, names and surname. I can easily highlight here. I can go to home key, data rather. Yeah, data. So I highlight here and I go to text to columns and I click here and I say I don't want this thing to show delight, Magnus, Ephraim, Gladys. I want it to show separately in different cells. So don't touch anything here. This is okay. You go next. So now what is separating these two functions? You can choose. So here is a space that is separating the functions. So you unclick all and click on space. Then now say next. So where do I want this to appear? Do I want it to appear over this text? If I don't want it there, I don't want it to scatter everything. So I can click here, click where I want it to appear. So I click on the destination bar and I click here and I press finish. It separates the names for me. So maybe I can call this surname and I can call this first name. In a situation where I want to merge this again, probably I have a lot of data and I don't want to go through the process of going down to type delight Magnus, type Effie or Gladys, type this together. It's very easy. You just go to a empty cell. Okay, let's do this at the back. Equals to concatenate. Concatenate. So you go to concatenate, you click on it, you highlight this first text, which is surname, you put a comma, you put quotation mark, space, quotation mark, comma. The reason why we use quotations, like I said before, Excel does not really identify text. So we use quotations so it writes down the text. So I want there to be a space between the first name and the second name. So that's why I had to do that. So I put space bar. Then I don't let's remember what this is because the formula is blocking it. So this is D5. So I can just say D5 and I close my bracket, enter. So you see, my name comes out as Delight Magnus. Easy. Since I have a lot of data and I don't want to go through the process of typing, I can easily do that. Here it's showing value error because there are no values here. So if I type, maybe I type Grace, cat, values come up. So rather than going through the stress of typing everything one by one, I can also do this. Um, yeah. So I don't know if we have any questions. Unfortunately, um I think we'll be ending here. So please let's ask our questions. No, 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 no. If you have a question, you can raise your hand. I think I can give you the opportunity to unmute your mic. You can raise your hand or you can use the question bar. Okay. In absence of any question, in absence of any question, I really do hope we had a lot of value. So if you know you learned something today, just kindly comment. Okay, yes, I will work on getting a replay. I just hope that it doesn't affect the replay also. Okay. A follow-up question. A follow-up class rather. Um, so what we're doing is that we're offering. This is just the basic stuff that we have here. What we taught you today is just license like the simplest of Excel. Yeah, I feel Sharon is used to Excel. So Sharon, this is a bit simple, right? For Excel, there are lots of more things Excel can help you do. I feel like Excel was the first AI invented because Excel can help you make some decisions, and we're offering a second class for everybody. But thing about the second class is it will not be as free as this. The second class is actually a paid version. So I'll just go that straight to that. I'll introduce that to us. So the second class is a paid version. We'll be introducing us to data analysis. We'll make use of a pivot table. We'll learn to condition data. Okay, we did a little bit of conditioning. So there's VLOOK, there's HLOOK, and there's also what is known as XLOOKUP. So there's also XLOOKUP, but I'll keep that for the paid version, the paid class. No, I'm not going to give you everything. So we're going to dive into data analysis and a lot of more data conditioning functions. So more functions and how we can apply them. And I'm going to give us applicable examples in businesses, probably you're a business owner and all that. But what I will do for us, because of network and everything, I'll give us the privilege of the group chat. The group chat is open. So I'll pick a specific date, maybe in 7 days from now, and I will open up the group chat. For anybody that has questions, probably you practice and you want to ask a question, I will keep the group chat open. Maybe I'll drop the date. That day, myself and Jacia will be available to answer questions. Don't over exhaust us, but we'll be available to ask questions. Questions based on what was taught this evening. Yes, those are the only questions we'll be answering. Question based on what was taught this evening. So that is open. I'll open the group chat maybe in 7 days so that we can ask our questions and we can get clarity and everything. If you my number was on the previous flyer, so I'm open. You can ask me any question at any time if it's within my power. If it's not within my expertise, I'll refer you to JCR. Yeah, or we'll find a solution together. So they're offering a paid version Excel mastery workshop. So in this workshop, we're going to teach data analysis, more conditioning functions, and we're going to spend 2 days together. Today is just one day. We're going to have 2 days together, and it's a 4-hour section, 2 days. Another amazing bonuses, yeah, and you have the privilege of being in a enclosed group for 1 month. Yes, we have yeah, for being in an enclosed group for 1 month. There you have 1 month. You can ask me the question. You can take my brain with you for that 1 month. So we're giving it up for 5,000 naira for the first 20 slots. First 20 people to get their tickets will have it at 5,000 naira. But once we are up to 20, it will increase to 15. So I'm introducing this to us. So if you're interested in learning more,